All right, so welcome to Puck Off with Gun. Very, very close to the holidays. Hope you're getting your shopping done and avoiding chaos at all costs.
Yeah, don't go anywhere and shop ever outdoors. It's cold. Just do it online. Just get it all done and don't worry about people.
Yeah, out here in the Midwest, it is here in St. Louis. It is quite.
It is a brisk 22 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's quite brisk. I've got these terrible aluminum windows. I'm not terribly upset because I live in a nice house and I have heating here, but the windows.
Yeah, those aluminum windows.
Yeah, they put the heater to work. They put it to task.
So this is what? This is our last one before, technically, I guess, of the new year.
Yeah. We're going to be going down to... We're going to both aluminum...
We're going to go to the alumni game.
Aluminium game. Bunch of old codgers play hockey.
Which might be more excited for that than the actual Winter Classic.
Yeah. Both will be equally awesome, but yeah, I get to see all the... It's astounding, the lineup that we have.
It is, but I love how we have we have Blues greats Wayne Gretzky and Martin Brodeur. Brodeur playing all of 7 games, and I think it was like 14 or 17 for Gretzky with us back in 98, 99, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. And then with Adam Oates, Brett Hall, Al McInnes, I forgot who the goalies were. We got Mason, Chris Mason is a goalie, Mike Liut. We had one more that I can't remember, and Brodeur. So it's going to be a fun time. Should be good. We're probably going to have snow too. So that'll make it good. I've already seen that they're expecting 1 to 3 inches on Christmas.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we will be there. We're gonna be handing out some flyers and doing a podcast from the Winter Classic, and it should be a really, really good festive time.
I mean, that's the plan. That's what I'm hoping.
Try not to get frostbite.
Yeah, it might happen. I've still yet. I need to do it this week. I got to buy gloves.
I have a pair. I need to make sure I grab those and double up on socks and my boots.
Yeah, socks.
Canvas Vans aren't going to work.
No, I'm going to have to... think I'm going to go with the Under Armour sweatpants under the jeans. This is the way I'm going to go, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. But something I wanted to bring up as far as this podcast, we've done it about, a month and a half, maybe a little longer now.
Yeah.
Never asked people, what do they want? So I kind of want to throw it out there, like if there's anybody that listens religiously, check out the Facebook, the email, anything like that. Let us know what you want to hear. If there's anything you want to do, like if you want us to do interviews with fans or any people like that. I know some people that are into collecting, anything like that. What interests you guys? What can we bring to you to make this better for us?
Yeah. And you can reach us at Facebook. It's Puck Off with Gun. You can type in the URL and it's Puck Off with Gun. With the Gmail, it is Puck Off with Gun. You capitalize the first letter of every word. I'm sure you could probably get away with putting it in whatever, all lowercase. I have no idea. I'm not too savvy on the correctness of spelling.
I think it's just whatever you want to do.
So,
just let people take the wheel.
Yeah, so email, Facebook, feel free. It's there. Use it. So, first thing we're gonna talk about today is unexpected things or unexpected going-ons in the season so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to start. I mean, we're about 2 months in, so we're a little over Well, no, we're not quite halfway.
We're probably about a little over a third, maybe about a third.
Yeah, a little over
Some
a third.
teams have played 30.
So, yeah, a little over a third, about 12, 15 more games for some teams, be the halfway point of the season. So, I mean, what, in no particular order, what is one thing that has surprised you?
I think with the last couple of years, there haven't been very many Canadian playoff teams. But this year, you can bank on at least two.
Montreal, for sure.
In Montreal and Edmonton and Calgary right now in the West are in the top 3 of their division.
I would, if it was me, I would bank on Edmonton making it before Calgary, and I will bring that up in a later struggle. But let's face it right now, Montreal is the best team besides maybe Pittsburgh in all of hockey. If it was I wouldn't be surprised if it was an Eastern Conference showdown between the two of them.
Yeah,
they're really good, and I'll tell you what, I didn't expect it at the beginning of the year. I thought Subban going to Nashville would be good for him. I thought maybe a change of pace. I thought Nashville would win that trade. Well, it does not look like it at this point in time.
Yeah, they're looking pretty smart right about now. At this point in the season, and you have Winnipeg sitting just right outside of the wild card spot behind San Jose and the Kings, and then you have, of course, Toronto just kind of floating around at the bottom of the Eastern Conference,
floundering, kind of trying to stay afloat. Well, I mean, no offense to any Maple Leafs fans, but that's kind of what they're used to.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe I give them 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. And this kind of goes on to one of my points of what has surprised me so far. You can't, you can't expect Matthews to come in his first year.
Right.
And carry this team.
This
team has a bunch of issues that it needed to start, and I thought that maybe getting Frederick Anderson in goal, pardon me, would have been a better thing for them this year. They would have been a better fit, but I mean that seems to have not been the case so far.
Yeah,
and then their goaltending, they need goaltending, they need goal scoring. Matthews is there. I mean, he had the great first week, great first day. But, I mean, he's really slowed off since then. So you kind of he's got to grow up, too. He's got to grow into the role of an NHL player.
Right.
Not a juniors player, nothing along that lines. He has to learn the 200-foot NHL game.
Yeah.
He's smart, he's young, and he knows how to play hockey. There's no doubt in my mind that he can do it.
Yeah. Montreal, or not Montreal, but Toronto has to keep him around and really start building that team. They focus a lot on offense, and that's good, but they need to start focusing on their defense because I feel like that correlates with how well the goalie's doing as well.
Oh, there's no doubt. I agree 100% with that. But it's like looking at it, my point with Matthews not succeeding right now and Laine really taking off, do you think with Laine being, say he went to Toronto, would Toronto be any better off? Probably not. No. Would Winnipeg be any worse? No. It's just different. Winnipeg is a better team than Toronto is.
They have a better defense.
Yeah, they do. They have better pieces around him. They took a young person and they didn't have to make him the franchise.
Yeah, they have solid veteran players. They have solid defense, and having a guy that can be the next face of your organization that's great for them.
And it helps because he doesn't have to be the face now. With Toronto's a huge hockey city. probably the heart and soul of the NHL. I will go out and say that. When you bring him in, when you bring Matthews in to an area, to a heart and soul of hockey in Canada that hasn't won, that hasn't succeeded for years, right away they need him to make an instant impact. And you can't do that to an 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
It's way too much. I think Calgary kind of did that with Gaudreau when they brought him in.
Yeah.
They expected him to succeed right away and was like, this is how it is. We need this. We need now. And it's just not fair to someone that young. And he's got to grow.
Yeah. I definitely agree. And, I feel like Toronto definitely made some moves to try to have a young team. And I feel like with that, they have the chance to really grow a team that's going to be a team together and not a bunch of people leaving all the time.
But I think in some aspects, maybe they went too young too quick.
Yeah.
But,
definitely.
It doesn't, and I'm not going to say it surprises me that Line A is doing better than Matthews. I just didn't think Line A would have, 19, 20, I don't count the one he scored against himself, but he's going 19 goals right now.
Yeah.
That kid is on fire so much that he likes to score against himself. Don't know if anybody's seen that. I'm pretty sure the whole world has. But he's a great player, and it looks great for Winnipeg. That's what they needed.
Yeah.
I really believe that the expectations are backwards. I think that Toronto thought they would get what Line A's getting in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg would get what Matthews is going on in Toronto. And that just hasn't been the case so far.
Yeah.
I would probably say Line A at the end of the year ends up with 38, 39 goals, and he gets Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah. And you look at the experience of a player. Not to compare Matthews to Perron, but Perron went on a huge tear recently, and that took him growing and learning the game.
Yeah, and it did. It took him out of his element that he knew here, put him in Edmonton, which I think was not a good place for him, but that's where the Blues traded him, so it didn't matter. I don't think Edmonton was a good place for him because Edmonton, man, that team up until they got McDavid was just in shambles. They went super young, super quick, and when Perron went in there, he was one of the older young guys. So they forced him right into a role that was like, okay, you have to lead, you have to do this. And he's still trying to grow as a player.
Yeah.
Then he gets traded to Pittsburgh, plays with Crosby for a little bit. That makes him better, of course. You're going to get better at playing with Crosby. Then you get traded to Anaheim, and you get to play with Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf. That's going to make you better, too. He comes back to St. Louis, just a different player. He's a better player. And he had, I think, 9 points in 9 games, something like that.
Yeah. Which
is good. I didn't know if he would put up that many points this year. I believe I said on the first show, I said if he scores 15 goals, I would be impressed. I still feel that way. I mean, if you have 8 or 9 now, you're going to score 15, you would hope.
Yeah. I feel it's not an unattainable goal for him, just to get 20 points.
No, it's not. I think he should have 20 to 25 points. That's, with the team he's on, he should have 20 to 25 points.
I would be happy for Perron if he got 20, 25 points.
But at the same time, I feel that you could take Perron and Yakupov and kind of put them together. They're a different player, yes.